Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Living the Dream. The program brought to you compliments of the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme of the Ministry of Youth, Family and Sports. In today's episode, we speak with Dale Carter of Smiling Faces Child Care Center.
Smiling Faces Child Care Center is a stimulating environment where we cater to children from 6 weeks to 4 years old, and while they're here throughout the day at daycare, we stimulate them with indoor, outdoor activities, different exercises that they would build their self-esteem and their confidence, teach them morals, feed themselves, become independent and ready for primary school. We stimulate the children from the time they are here from 7 or what time they come. We stimulate them right throughout the day. We go from painting, block building, gardening. We have a pet tortoise that the children do enjoy having, feeding and interacting with. We have one-on-one with the auntie, with the babies, tummy time for the babies. We serve hot meals to the children. We bathe them to keep them comfortable. We just go the extra mile to make sure the children are stimulated throughout the day and comfortable.
So how long ago did you get into this business and why childcare?
I got into childcare about 5 years ago, and I knew there was a need for the service. And I know that when you can intervene into a child's life at an early age, it can make so much of a positive difference in that child's life. There's so many single parents out there now that needs daycare centers. The grandparents now are young people, so they're out doing their own thing. So there's a need, and you need a stimulating environment somewhere that is positive, that children can reach out and have somebody there for them, like a home away from home.
So what type of specialized training did you have to undertake in order to go into this area? And what kind of advice would you give to another entrepreneur stepping into this kind of area?
Training, I started keeping children from a teenager as a hobby. But then as I got older and I knew that is what I had loved, I went to Erdison Training College. I also did a course with the NCH, Action for Children, in collaboration with University of the West Indies. I also did public speaking, counseling, sign language, other courses that would help me to be a more positive and educational person to interact with the children.
I know that you would have come into the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme. Tell us about your experience there at Y.E.S.
Well, when I did my small business course at Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, I learned a lot about, I think time management was really well. It helped me a lot in this business. The accounting, I think the officers are really great and you can call on them at any time. If I have any problem at all, whatever it may be in terms of my business or otherwise, I can call them and they're always there and willing to listen and give me good advice.
Okay, so share with us some of the challenges that you may have had over the years and how you would have been able to solve some of them.
Well, I think that some of my challenges were, at first, finding a location. A location is one of the toughest areas that, in terms of daycare, that you can find. Then in the process of getting a license, there's some obstacles there that you try to meet in order to get your license. Funding is another part of setting up your business. It wasn't easy for me in terms of funding, but because of family and friends and motivation and a lot of faith, that's why I'm here today.
What would you say has been the most important lesson that you would have learned through this journey of entrepreneurship?
If you don't love something, don't get into it.
So Dale, tell us, why should parents choose Smiling Faces Child Care Center?
Well, being in business for 5 years, and I've seen the results of the children going on to primary level and going into reception, and I'm able to go into some of the schools and see the children performing at probably a higher rate than some of the others are, that they are able to be independent and I think that's really rewarding, and sometimes when the parents come in, we allow them to come into the nursery and see what's going on. We have an open house policy, so I think they're comfortable when they leave their children. They don't have a problem, they don't have to call back. And the kind of programs that we have set for the children, we go on tours. Tours are age appropriate for the children. All of our the equipment in the daycare is child appropriate. We use, the bright colors. We use paints that are low order or unleaded paint. Everything we do at the interest of the child at heart, and that when the parents come, they're comfortable to leave the children, because the interaction with the aunties when they come is phenomenal. I always get a good, daycare always have a good feedback on how we reach with the children. So maybe even they ask us to come home with them to help with the children. But it's really great to have, and I have parents here that were here from the inception that had more babies. So it proves that we are doing something good.
Many successful entrepreneurs have realized that their success has been highly influenced by having the right enabling and supporting environment. And so the encouragement is that any new and young entrepreneur should seek to have that supporting environment. The suggestion is that the number one and most important is knowing that you are using your gifts, talents, and abilities in a way that will not only please others and yourself, but also please God. The second is to be able to have a spouse or life partner who understands the vision and is willing to be there and be supportive throughout the entire journey, both in the good times and the not so good times. Thirdly, is to have, if you choose, a business partner who complements your skills and abilities, but who again understands and appreciates the vision and is willing to walk the journey with you towards entrepreneurial success. Fourth, very often, family and friends may not understand the vision and the choice of the entrepreneur to go alone. And so it's highly beneficial when the entrepreneur is able to have family and friends who are willing to support in this lonely and sometimes alone journey. Fifth, there are those who have done or walked journeys of independence before. And so with technology, it's available to be able to get information on others and learn from their journeys through the internet, books, videos, and CDs. The responsibility is that of the entrepreneur. Don't leave your supporting and enabling environment to chance. Seek to develop it for yourself.
Well, as you can see, we're still at Smiling Faces Child Care Center, where we've had an absolutely exciting episode of Living the Dream. But unfortunately, we've come to the very end of this episode, and we'd like to say, if you're interested in doing any form of business planning, or if you're interested in our accounting service or the wide range of services that we offer at the Youth Entrepreneurship Scheme, give us a call at 430-2802. We're going to say goodbye now, and I have someone to help me do it. Bye!